Ancient China. There was an official who was very good at solving cases. When he first took office, he discovered a strange case while reviewing past unsolved case files. The master told the officials that there was no need to investigate this case. It was a ghost case. This aroused the interest of officials more and more, and he asked for detailed explanation of the cause. So the master described the case in detail to the officials. There was a local merchant family. Duan, the merchant's son, married a beautiful wife. According to local customs, a newlywed wife must return to her parents' home to live for a full month after 6 months of marriage. A month later, Duan happily went to pick up his wife and take her home. On the way home, they passed through a forest with many tombstones, which was eerie and scary. At this time, the wife suddenly said that she wanted to urinate. Duan advised his wife to be patient. Legend has it that there are ghosts here that often possess people. As long as they continue to walk a little further, they will be able to get out of the forest soon, and then his wife can go to urinate. The wife said she couldn't hold it in any longer, so she walked into the dense forest and quickly disappeared inside. Duan has no choice. He let his wife go and waited outside. After a long time, the wife came out looking very strange. The blue skirt she was wearing had turned into a green skirt, and her expression was even more confused. Duan just wanted to leave here quickly, so he didn't ask his wife what happened. After returning home, Duan told his parents about the strange incident, worried that his wife was possessed by a ghost. Duan's old father didn't believe it, thinking that Duan was too tired and should rest early. Unexpectedly, something bizarre happened that night. At night, Duan's mother was awakened by strange noises and found that the lights were still on in her son and daughter-in-law's room opposite the window, so she pushed Duan's father awake. Duan's father felt that Duan's mother was making a fuss and advised her to go to bed quickly. Duan's mother was still worried and got up to check, but as soon as he left the room, something strange happened. The lights on the opposite side suddenly went out, and the yard was dark. Suddenly, Duan's mother heard the sound of flapping wings and strange calls coming from her son's room. Then a huge, strange bird burst out of the window and disappeared into the night. Duan's mother hurriedly went to check and found that her son had been killed in the house. Duan's wife also disappeared. After hearing the case, the officials thought for a long time. He asked his master, "Did you find anything strange while surveying the scene?" The master said, "At the beginning, everyone suspected that there were thieves who committed murder and robbery, but there was not a single tael of silver missing from the house. Only the sheets were missing." The previous official believed that Duan's wife had urinated in the forest and was possessed by a ghost. Human beings have no control over ghost matters, so the case became unsolved. The official shook his head. "No, this is not a case of ghost bird murder, but a murder caused by adultery." The master was surprised. The next day, officials reopened the case. He found Duan's parents and Duan's wife's parents, asked them whether any of their neighbors have gone out for no reason recently and have not returned home for a long time. Duan's wife's father thought for a while and said, "There is a man named Chi in our village who left suddenly and has no news yet." The officer asked, "Did he leave before or after this case?" Duan's wife's father said, "Around the same time." Officials concluded that this was the man. So the official found out in detail where the man might be and asked the police officers to go find him. The police officers stopped at a wine shop in a place called Qingjiangpu. Suddenly, a police officer discovered that the proprietress of the wine shop looked very similar to the missing Duan's wife. The police officer was experienced and silent. When the owner of the wine shop came back, the police officers saw that it was indeed the man named Chi. So they swarmed up and caught 2 people. Perhaps these 2 people were exhausted after years of being on the run, so they told the whole truth. It turns out that Duan's wife and Chi have been friends since they were young, and they became an adulterous couple. After Duan's wife married Duan, Duan's wife and his relatives stopped interacting with each other, until Duan's wife returned to her parents' home and rekindled their old relationship with Chi. The 2 of them became murderous towards Duan. In order to better escape guilt, they planned this ghost case. Duan's wife pretended to urinate, put on the clothes prepared by the master, and pretended to be possessed by a ghost. At night, Duan's wife opened the door, put Chi in, and killed Duan. Then, Duan's wife came to Duan's parents' window and made noise to wake them up. She was asked to pretend to be a ghost bird and break out of the window to deceive others and make others think that it was a strange bird that killed Duan. When Chi killed Duan, he left a lot of bloody fingerprints, so Chi took the leaflets away to avoid leaving evidence. When the truth was revealed, everyone was very surprised. How did the officials realize that the ghost bird was actually a human in disguise? The official laughed and said, if the ghost really killed him, he only needed to absorb Duan's soul to kill him, so why kill him cruelly? And they also took away his sheets, which further proves that this was done by humans. Everyone was impressed by the officer's resourcefulness.